Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man. First appearance, Giant Size Fantastic Four, number 4, February 1975. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent, big ugly himself, Omari Ellis Feogrande on YouTube, sometimes referred to as Pete on this show. Back with another episode of the Whatever We Want podcast, and as usual, I am joined by my applaudee co-host, running mate, one of my best friends in the world, he who bears watching, Superjaz.
As nature intended. I'm over here like, he said the thing. Anyway, no, yes, everybody. Yes, as he said, my name, you can call me Jazz, Superjaz, SJJT, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And as my dear good friend, my brother, my co-host said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. And we do not lead this conversation leads us, and we let these chips fall where they may.
Every Wednesday.
And it is May.
Aha! Jazz, it is May. Air horn.
Haven't done it in a long time. Anyway.
It is May. You know a cool thing about May?
If you're still in school starts getting out if it's not already.
It is basketball postseason time.
You knew I was gonna get stupid and keep going. He had a name. You knew I was gonna do this. Let me get this. The rule of 3. Let me say 3 stupid ridiculous answers. Then cut me off and look at.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't have like a line for me to continue that. So I just went straight
that's
to.
That's why you bailed, not because you like shut up. You bailed because you were like, I can't think of nothing. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna skip right to rather than have the awkward pause.
Anyway.
But it is basketball postseason time.
You don't say, because I mean, looking at you through the Zoom lens, I don't know what your choice of outfit. It's almost like a dude whose name is somewhat modeled after a superhero wearing a shirt with that logo. Like, it's weird as hell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's basketball postseason time, and postseason is when I pay attention to basketball. It's not like
you were like 85% of the people watching this shit right now.
I'm about to say, I don't watch it as heavily as I watch the regular season of football. Although recently I've been paying slightly more attention, like to the two teams in the last round of the playoffs. By the time this episode is recorded and aired, the Lakers and the Warriors. Ironically enough, my mother recently, for a birthday, she sent me a gift, and she had asked me. She's like, "What players do you like?" I'm like, "You like Curry and LeBron James, right?" Yeah. So she sent me a LeBron James jersey, a Curry jersey, a Golden State hat, and a Lakers hat. But
man, she sent all of that?
Teams, yeah. There was
you're not from either one of those cities. Like, what the hell?
But I don't.
But you like the players. I
like the players, and and contrary to popular belief, I don't hate people who win a lot.
Because of the ongoing gag.
I don't like Boston teams. That's not a gag. That's fact.
Well, I was gonna say ongoing gag, but it's not a gag, right?
That's not a gag. Anyway,
well, no. there's a certain someone in particular.
Yeah, I don't like Boston teams. They all of them do it. They're all like the winningest teams in their sports. Anyway, I like the Lakers and I like the Warriors. And the Lakers just beat the Warriors in 6 games to advance to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, because I saw a few days ago, shout out to Ibn, me and Ibn, we watched AEW Dynamite, and then afterwards he was over And I didn't kick him out, and he turned on the game after, and we just happened to watch the game because just like I said, just like a lot of the motherfuckers who suddenly are watching, everybody starts watching it. Who doesn't really watch basketball starts watching now. So he starts watching. He's watching the series now, and we saw where the Warriors had made it 3-2. It was 3-1, and they made it 3-2. So they just made it where they finally like didn't make that shit 3-3.
Yeah, yep. It was 4. It ended 4-2 Lakers.
Okay.
They're going to the Western Conference to face the Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
Now, what I think is funny about this is 2020, the thing happened that we all know happened. And that caused the basketball season to be delayed. And then they sent all the teams to what people have termed the bubble.
The bubble, yeah.
Yeah. And in that playoff season in the bubble, there were 2 teams in the Western Conference. They were the Lakers and the Nuggets.
So years later.
So years later, here we are. And they're there. Ironically enough, in the Eastern Conference finals were between the Miami Heat, who just made it back to the Eastern Conference finals.
Okay.
And depending on how Game 7 goes, it'll either be the Sixers, which would be new, or the team that was there in 2020, the Celtics.
So this is
almost a repeat.
Like 3 years later.
Yeah.
So it's almost like when they had the finals that no one could watch, they're repeating the finals with an audience.
With actual home court advantages.
Yeah. Like with actual an actual audience, like live audience and stuff.
Yeah, but for all the people who are like, it doesn't matter. None of those teams that made it to the finals that year in the bubble mattered. They weren't really that good. That's because it was the bubble. Well, I'm perfectly fine with being wrong about this, but we're like 1 game away from it being the exact same 4 final teams. Now, if it's 3 out of 4, I'll be happy, and I can enjoy whoever wins. I don't want to be stressed out for the conference finals or finals. I want to be able to relax and enjoy the games. So Philly, I'm gonna need y'all to do the job and get Boston out of here. But that happens, I'm good.
We just talked about that, right?
Get Boston out of here. Then just get them out of here. I have faith that the Lakers could beat Boston if they made it to the finals, or the Nuggets for that matter, because they were the 1 seed and here they are in the conference finals. The Lakers, however, had to win a play-in to even make it to the playoffs.
A play-in? What the hell does that mean?
So they weren't good enough to be in the playoffs because it's like instead of the top 7 or 8 teams. Oh no, it used to be I think top 8 teams each conference are the playoff teams. But recently they decided to switch it up to make things a little bit more interesting at the end of the season, where the 9th and 10th seeds
that's what Ibn was telling
a tournament to play into the playoffs. Like so two of the teams from 7th to 10th will end up being the 7th and 8th seed. I think the Lakers were the 7th seed and they made it in the playoffs anyway. I don't remember who the 8th seed was for the West. Doesn't matter. He was telling me something like that, where it was like they were like low on the totem pole, and somehow they made it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Lakers started the season 2-10, barely made it into the playoffs, and now they're in the Western Conference Finals. And that's crazy. And another funny thing that I find funny about both series is the Grizzlies with the Dylan Brooks thing, which I think I mentioned on a previous episode about him punching LeBron in the nuts and calling him old and shit.
I think maybe.
Anyway, there was a kid on the Grizzlies, or not kid. There was an individual on the Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks, who was talking shit after I think they had tied the series up 1-1 or whatever, about how he doesn't have any problem facing LeBron. LeBron's old. can't do nothing. They're like, you sure you should be saying that? That's what I do. I poke bears. I don't respect nobody till they come and give me 40.
I do remember you saying something about that.
And then
that part about
and then like within the next few games, within the next few games, LeBron had a game where he had 20 points and 20 rebounds, which Shaq pointed out adds up to 40. He said he wanted 40, 20, that's 40. And then in game 6, I think, against them, when they closed it out, the Lakers won by 40 points exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, who the fuck is you to say that anyway?
That's the other thing. He ain't nobody. Like, he's not trash, but he's like very much a mid-tier player from what everybody's been telling me. Obviously, he's better than me. I just said he's not trash. But he is someone who would not have been talked about nearly as much if he didn't do the stuff he does. But he tried to play the villain, and he failed so miserably that the team said, we're not re-signing you next year under any circumstance. You gotta understand their space. Now, there are other players who can be the villain and talk shit, lose, and still keep their job on their team, and their team be like, that's what it is. But boy,
so they didn't re-sign him because he was bad, or because he just came off as too much of an asshole?
It might have been a little, maybe not so much came up as an asshole, but you don't poke certain, like, the guy said he pokes bears. Some bears you shouldn't be poking, especially if you ain't like that.
we all saw the meme that came from The Last Dance with Jordan, and I took it personally.
But that's the thing. Yeah, so obviously Jordan, Kobe, they're there. There's this dude, Jimmy X High Roller or something like that on YouTube. He makes a lot of basketball related videos. And he had one where he mentioned stuff like with the Dylan Brooks, or it may not have been Jimmy High Roller, it was one of them. But he's like, hey, some bears you just don't poke. And he's like, LeBron has been on the don't trash talk list for a long time, just like Kobe and them. Like, don't trash talk this dude. He's going to, you don't want him mad. But unlike Kobe and Jordan, LeBron, for some reason, just has some ability to where people just don't fear him. And then so they do stupid shit only to get blown up. And there was Dylan Brooks, and then apparently, right before Game 6, or after Game 5, when the Warriors made it 3-2, the Warriors were complaining about the Lakers flopping, saying they're a team of floppers. LeBron's like, I've never been on a team that specialized practices flopping. I've never been on a flopping team. You know what I mean? He's like, that's not a thing. Apparently, one of the bench players for the Warriors posted on his Instagram LeBron with that quote and a cap on his head.
Like he's capping.
Yeah, like he's capping. Kendrick Perkins made sure to mention the morning before the game on fucking First Takes. He's like, Stephen A., I said the Lakers was going to win in 6, and I know they're going to win in 6. 1, Anthony Davis is going to be great. 2, so. And 3, JaMychal Green posted something on his Instagram. Did you not learn from Dylan Brooks? Did you not learn not to mess with this man? Stephen A. is, meanwhile, as he's saying this, Stephen A. goes from like, listen to just, oh no, someone else did it. Like, that was the body language. He's like, yeah, he's saying he captain it, so. And I hope LeBron seen it. Actually, I know LeBron seen it. I sent it to him. Do you see what these kids are saying about you?
They be going.
No, Kendrick Perkins said that.
Oh shit.
Stephen A. was like, why? It's like, your team is not going to like you when you're not even a starting player. You're not going to be dealing with the consequences of what you're saying. You probably shouldn't be saying it. And he's like, if it came from a Steph or a Clay or even a Draymond, it's like, okay, y'all are out there, you got to put up to, put your money where your mouth is. But when your bench player is like, yeah, you ain't shit, LeBron.
They saying learn the hierarchy.
Pretty much.
Unfortunately, but also that's life. There is a pecking order.
And LeBron had
and
you was the and LeBron went off for like 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Lakers win by 20, and the Warriors go home.
So you saying that it's a possibility that they not only got rid of the Dylan Brooks dude?
That the Warriors ain't gonna get rid of JaMychal Green. I don't think what he did was nearly as bad. It's just funny that it lined up with another kid being like, "Fuck you, LeBron."
But it's possible they got rid of. It's possible they got rid of Dylan Brooks, not only because maybe his playing was subpar and he talked shit, but be who he talked shit to, which probably caused him to fucking open all the cans of whooping.
So, there's that, and there's also he's only okay to begin with.
So
he pissed off, he pissed off the king or whatever. He did that. He shouldn't have done that. He lost. It failed miserably, like humiliatingly, and 4, his ass didn't even go. He didn't even own it. He would, like, the games they lost after, he just refused to talk to the media. And one time he did, he's like, media making me out to be a villain. Fans have decided.
Oh, I hate that. I hate people do that. Like, if you go, now, if you talk your shit, and then later on, you realize, damn, I fucked up, I shouldn't have said it. Then say, yeah, I talked it, and I learned my lesson. Or you could go the other route and be like, yeah, I talk shit, and I don't give a fuck. But don't act like you ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
What up?
Keep going.
Oh, okay. But that's why, like I said, I was saying, because you were talking about some people can play the villain, but then things still won't happen. And that's why I was saying, and I mean, gotta love them, but that's why I was saying this too. Even we were watching stuff, we were talking about that, and I was just saying some people, basically, if you make yourself so good to a point where you're irreplaceable, then you can do that. And we were talking about someone such as a Draymond Green.
We mentioned them.
Or Dennis Rodman back in the day, because they said he was kind of an asshole, but also he was just weird as fuck. And he knew it and didn't give a shit because he was so fucking good that he is considered by a lot of people the best rebounder in NBA history. Then you have Shawn Michaels back in the 90s. Like,
just fucking super kicking people in the face.
Straight asshole. But he was too goddamn good. Like, Ibn brought up Terrell Owens. It's just,
dude. I love Terrell Owens.
It's just. If you,
I wish someone would let his 50-year-old ass get back on the football field like he wants to.
if you get yourself to a point where you are irreplaceable,
shape.
Still,
yeah,
that's amazing. Because most times when athletes after they stop, playing a sport, they just kind of like they don't necessarily let themselves go, but they don't work out no more.
Oh no, that dude cutting everything. I think it was Tyreek Hill or somebody else a couple years ago. He was like racing him for like a thing, like in a 40-yard dash. He's like, I got to do more stretching, but I can still go. And he didn't win the race, but he was still fucking fast and still fucking jacked. He still like had his personal trainers. He's like, only difference is, I take a little bit longer to get warmed up, but I can still go. Teams, sign me. I'm still good. I'm like,
you're saying this shit.
I'm like, I love T.O.
Trash talk makes shit fun.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be that guy, be the guy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Talk to the media. Be like, yeah, I said that, and I said fucking DMX and shit. Damn right, and I'll do it again. It's like, yeah.
Fucking, like when you see somebody like a Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, you see that, and they call him the Irish Muhammad Ali because he's got to get the gab. But Conor McGregor, you see that dude before his fights, that man talks so much shit. It's like, bruh, with his motherfucking chest piece and his thick ass Irish accent. He just be talking all the shit. But it's like you said, if you're gonna be that guy,
be the guy.
Be that guy.
Lose, get up, and keep talking shit. Those are some of my favorite characters and shit. The guy that's just like, all right, I know, but you know what? I get your ass next time. I'll be back. You ain't got shit. I'll say it again. Oh, you punched me. Oh, you only broke one of my jaws, nigga? You ain't break both of them? Yeah, that's what I thought.
You only broke one of my jaws?
One of my jaws, nigga? Oh, that's what I thought. You sorry. You sorry motherfucker. Like grandma here hurting you.
It's like, 99 punches? Couldn't even get an even 100, huh?
Hell, come out there. Or hell, the 2020 game just come out and be like, he still ain't dropped 40 points on me. Say some shit. Don't just walk away in shame and avoid the commentary.
Well, that's like I just said.
You'll be on somebody else's team next year because somebody else is gonna want that.
But it's like I was saying, like if you're gonna do it, even if you don't just double down on it, don't act like you didn't say it.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, man, I said it. I fucked up.
Yeah, Pat Beverly knows he's a heel.
Make yourself irreplaceable, man. Like I know we keep going to the wrestling thing or whatever, but at least I have this episode. But like MJF with AEW, that whole situation.
Well, like yeah,
you made yourself irreplaceable to a point where it was like, well, we don't know what the fuck happened behind closed doors, obviously, but it was like, well, they apparently had to bring him back. So you look like you were about to say something.
I don't know.
You weren't about to say something? What are you doing all of a sudden? Oh, you're singing this song. Okay. But you had a look on your face like you were about to say something.
I don't remember. You started talking about MJF and I just started doing the fucking theme song.
Yeah.
It was lame. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I hated how slow the startup was, and I thought it was like anti-hype. You know what I mean?
A lot of modern wrestling theme songs, and when I say modern, I mean from like 2015, definitely 2016 and on. A lot of that shit is so fucking like just stock loops, as opposed to when Jim Johnston back in the day actually made songs,
full length ass songs.
Which to the point where they only got to maybe the first minute at max, usually probably the first like 30 seconds when they came out. But if you fucking played the song and then jumped 2 minutes in, that shit was full length with lyrics and switch ups in the beats and shit. Yeah.
Well, that's why some of the songs that people actually like now, like in AEW and shit, is the ones that are the actual full ass songs, and AEW eventually just started also just buying the rights to songs.
Right, like Orange Cassidy comes out
Orange Cassidy, Jungle Boy, The Elite, because they come out to fucking Carry On My Wayward Son now.
Oh, they do.
Obviously, they had to buy rights for Cult of Personality because of Punk.
Right. That's forever CM Punk's too. Wherever he goes. What's his name? Jericho.
Judas. Yep. Fucking. I think Darby's is a custom song from there, but it has words and shit, and it is a whole ass song.
And this is how much Jim Johnston used to actually really put time into it. I was looking at somewhere. This was I don't know when, but some time ago, and he was saying that he paid attention to the character and the persona of the wrestler. And he was like, Stone Cold kind of, when he comes out, he bobs like this. So it was like, I got to make the beat kind of, match that. And it was just like, it's like the way he was talking. And you see this dude like rafting music. And then, I don't know, a few years ago, he got fired. I don't know why, but hey, whatever. Yeah.
Like I said, Ass Man's on my Spotify playlist. It's a whole ass song. 2 verses, a bridge, and everything.
That is one of the best, dumbest songs ever made.
Right?
Because I like it.
The guitar doesn't have to go as hard as it does. Like That's another thing. Silly shit like that, when the person recording it just decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going hard this time. Like, Assman has no business being as good as it is. Eggman from Sonic Adventure 2 has no business being as good as it is.
Ghost Pumpkin Soup.
Pumpkin Hill.
That shit. Or shit. Damn near every fucking like song in Sonic Adventure 1.
Hanging on the end of tomorrow.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Come on now. Bruh, the theme song to the Tony Hawk Pro Skaters. Like the soundtrack to the Tony Hawk Pro Skaters.
Oh, when they got fucking Goldfinger in there in the first one. That's here I am. Doing everything I can.
Man, so during lockdown,
I'm a Superjaz.
But no, during lockdown, Goldfinger like posted a Zoom thing of like everybody from the band playing the instruments and the dude singing and shit. And I was like, damn, this takes me back. And it was edited all cool, got millions of views and shit. And I was like, wow. But it's just like, yeah, man. No, those songs have no business. Shit. The music in Streets of Rage was digitized, and that shit had no business being that good. Like they were fucking putting in work. Okay. In that case, if we talking about video game music that had no business being as good as it was, obviously these two games based on music, about music. The music went harder in which one? Rapper the Rapper or Jam Lemmy?
I'm biased because I've only played one of them.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay, never mind.
And I'm going to say Rapper the Rapper.
Okay. I would have said Jam Lemmy.
Well,
because...
Yeah.
Well, I played both, but the rapping and the music in Rapper Rapper was fun and it was cool for what it was. But even at the time, it was not that good.
Talking about Chop Chop Master Onion?
No, it was fun and it was cool, but Jam Lemmy was like actually making some,
In the rain and in the snow, got the funky flow, got the funky flow.
Right.
Just the other day I was called a little turkey, but I'm a chicken. Got it? You beef jerky? I hated that song so much.
Here we are just sitting in the car. I want to see if you can get far.
Step on the gas. Step on the gas. Step on the brake. Oh no! You gotta do it again.
But see, you never played Jam Lemmy. It was never use your chance for them. Oh man, that was my shit.
Yeah, I know. I gotta believe.
Yeah, that fucking shit. So he was an anthropomorphic dog, and he was in love with a flower with legs and arms.
Yeah, dog.
He was a sunflower.
Some kind of flower.
I won't say she was a sunflower.
Love is love. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Dun, 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 dun.
Who made that song, Pete? What's the name of the song? I thought it was CNC Music Factory.
What is love?
You might be right. CNC Music Factory made some song around the dance mix era.
That's not. I
think you're right.
Everybody dance now, right? Gotta make
yes,
you sweat.
Is. Yes, it is.
That's what you're thinking.
Okay. I tried to quiz you, and I ain't tried to school you. It ended up coming out, being schooled. Okay, all right, sir. Hey, my bad.
Come on, let's start, baby.
Is that the one? Was it Everybody Dance Now was the one where the woman in the video was actually lip syncing the song but didn't really sing the song, because she was a slimmer woman, because a big woman actually sang the song, and they thought that the aesthetic of this smaller woman would be better, so they hit her ass.
Now you hear that, you know that's a big black lady. That is a big black lady voice.
No, facts.
That is a big black lady
Facts.
voice. Like fucking Bleach. It's an anime. It has its main character has a theme song called Number One. And even in the Japanese version, this is Ichigo's theme song, and it's sung entirely in English. And you know from the fucking beginning of it, when the lady comes in, hell, I can't necessarily hit the notes, but that hasn't stopped me before. But just when it starts with the if you wanna see some action, gotta be the center of attraction. Like no accent to it at all. I'm like, oh, this is a big black lady that sings this song. Or at the very least, this is a black lady singing this song. And
I was about to say. I was gonna say like jokes.
Nothing wrong.
No, of course not. I would say,
it adds the like breathing function. I think that helps a lot, like to build the big booming voices, and then like slow down, like fucking Jennifer Hudson when she like made her debut. Obviously, she slimmed down since, but she had that.
Man,
like she got
the cinematic adaptation of Dreamgirls, not just because of Jennifer Hudson, but the movie just as a whole is so amazing. And then Jennifer Hudson's performance, man, chef's kiss. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, no. Because I remember that was when she was starting to get into movies. I think that was her first feature, like actual movie. And I remember when he held that shit down in there, and then at the end, after they said everybody's name, Beyonce, Jimmy Foxx, Eddie Murphy, this is that, and then they said and introducing Jennifer Hudson, and like did this whole thing of showcasing her and shit, and because but I mean that song is a song where you could be a good singer and still not do that song justice. You need a powerhouse, big ass voice.
Yes. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything negative about these people when I say that, that's a voice that comes from that source. I'm saying it in the complimentary fashion. Like, that's got the power behind. She's got the power!
Speaking of that,
as I thought about that, I was like, "That's another line I always just associated with that image in my head."
If we look into each other's heart, that song from motherfucking a Goofy movie had no business being that good.
Oh yeah, Powerline.
Man, Powerline. Who was voiced by? Do you know?
I've heard and forgotten.
Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell, yeah.
Which makes so much fucking sense when you hear his voice, and then you hear fucking like you hear the song, and then you know Tevin Campbell's like singing style and his voice and shit, and it's like, oh, no shit. So no, but I mean, we don't need to talk a Goofy movie because it's just okay. So,
well, maybe. I don't think it's, maybe, it is what it is. I liked it.
You seem like you were trying to think of some clever ass shit to say, and your brain just failed you. Because you were like,
maybe, it is what it is.
I'm over here getting quiet. Like,
I was trying to work some way to insult your movie taste in there, but I couldn't pick just one. So rather than
you and a certain someone, shout out to Bill, with a certain someone
to
fucking flame the hell out of my movie taste. That
flame the hell? We complimented
these motherfuckers. Shout out to This Guy Hasn't Seen. Seriously,
I'm pretty sure I put that as my most surprising in a good way.
It was surprising because y'all expected my movie taste to be ass. What the fuck? Don't give me no backhanded compliment.
I would want it.
Bro, Wanted is not a bad movie. Wanted is not the best movie ever made by far. It is not a bad movie. Okay?
It is. I will give you. It is. It's junk food. Movie junk food.
Did you like Kick-Ass?
Movie junk food.
The first one, not the second one. The second one.
Did. No, the second one. Shit, I'd rather watch Wanted. No.
That was good.
But no. Yes, I saw the first Kick-Ass. And I like the first Kick-Ass.
Now, the first Kick-Ass is more serious than Wanted. But I feel like if you like fucking Kick-Ass, you could probably end up liking Wanted.
Wanted's okay. It has some issues that I had with it, but like I said, at the end of the day, I don't regret watching it or nothing. I'm like, we're never letting Jazz back on there. We let you back on there, and then Lady Bird, fucking Wait Until Dark. Very great suggestions.
Shit. He has a broad range of movies that he enjoys.
I'm just saying those were that you can like good movies too. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
And you're like, what is the best thing ever?
What is the best thing ever?
Departed is trash. People are gonna wonder what you're talking about.
I never said Departed was trash.
You also never said Wanted is the best thing ever.
Yeah, I didn't. All right, Wanted is not the best movie ever. I just said on this episode that we're recording, Wanted is not the best movie ever. And Wanted is not my favorite movie. I just really enjoy it. It's not a bad movie. But I never said Departed was trash. I just said, I don't feel guilty about liking that movie, but okay. But I never said The Departed was trash. I did say The Departed is overrated. The performances are good. The story is That's what I said. No, shout out to This Guy Hasn't Seen, which is the podcast that Pete does with, obviously Bill Smith, his good friend, my good friend.
Friend of the show.
They just had the 1 year anniversary, and they had, that kind of like year-end superlatives or awards, quote unquote, that you want to say. And it was cool. And I really enjoyed watching it. Even if like I said, I didn't see every movie that y'all talked about, so I didn't see all the reviews. But like I said, y'all, I was not offended. It was funny, but y'all flamed the shit. Bill was like, he's like, now this movie, he's like, I don't have faith in Jazz's movie taste. I'm like, fuck you. It's like, but this was good. It's like, y'all, it was basically hyperbole for the joke, but it was basically like if you had a 5-year-old and they ended up drawing you a picture that actually looked really, really good, and you were like, I thought you were gonna scribble this shit. I thought you were gonna scribble this shit, but this motherfucker like fucking actually drew like inside the lines. Oh damn!
Damn, inside the lines and everything.
We gonna put this on the fridge. Like, oh, fuck y'all. I know you saw my comment. One of y'all liked it. It's probably you.
Yeah. Well, it was me. It's my channel.
Fucking hilarious.
It's my channel. If feogrande likes something, it's probably me.
Oh shit. That shit was funny as hell, man. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, this guy is good. Now, another song from a video game that goes hella hard, but had no reason going that hard, but I'm very happy it did, which is the earlier topic we've had going on. Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid 3.
That shit. That shit almost sound like Adele or Sam Smith sung that shit.
Right, I want a fucking live action movie that's literally just the scenes in the game, but live action, just to have the theater James Bond experience. Eater, I'll give my life.
Did Adele didn't sing that shit because Adele didn't sound like she did shit.
Adele was later than Snake Eater.
Yeah, that's right. Adele didn't. Well, she had a song, I think maybe around that time, if not a year or two later, called "Chasing Pavements." That was like the first time I heard of her, but that was like somewhat of like a. It was
Snake
when she
Eater
was
was PlayStation 2.
facts. Good point. Yeah, because I didn't hear "Chasing Pavements" until probably 2012, 13, maybe. So yeah, good point.
Rolling in the Deep was 20 teens too.
Yeah,
Her big
Chasing,
breakout.
Chasing Pavements was like one of her first songs where she was still underground, but it was starting to get big.
Oh,
You probably heard it. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? You know that song?
I don't think I do. I have not listened to a
That
lot
was
of
the first song.
Adele. I know
Anyway,
Rolling in the Deep, I always picture a woman like going full waiting to exhale and burning down a house to that song.
I've never seen that movie.
Fair enough.
Not on purpose, just yeah.
Yeah. I I've grown up with a lot of women in my life. So I saw that movie.
Your two sisters, mom.
So I've seen that movie, and yeah, spoilers, I guess. A house gets burned down. Oh
I
no,
mean,
not a
not just for
house.
me. Shit, not just for me.
Not a house. Maybe it's a house. Something gets
Oh,
burned. She set something
what,
on fire. It's been a minute.
well,
It's not like I watch that movie regularly or anything.
I was gonna say, spoiler alert. I said not just for me, but I was gonna say, without small ass viewership, maybe it is just for me.
Well, I know one of our viewers has seen the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that takes it out of your well that you always dip.
You ain't wrong.
He was like, cause yeah. Again, shout out to Bill. Bill is fucking movie, like a movie file, movie buff, like a mug. Bill has seen so much shit. And then you decided to get into a podcast with this man that has seen so many movies that fucking be like, yeah, I gotta bring a movie that I've seen and you haven't.
Well,
I know it's fun. It's just funny.
slight peek behind the curtain, and part of why we say it's just one of the best things to happen. That was supposed to be a once in a blue moon thing.
Yeah, of course, right.
It was literally let's record one, have to see how it goes. But we had so much fun. Like, so next week? Yeah. And we traded. And then next thing before we knew it, we were just every week. And it's been great. Bill says it numerous times on my show, and I can go ahead and say it here. If you have some friends and stuff, try doing like a book club, movie club thing with them. You broaden your enjoyments and knowledge and experiences so much because it forces you to step out of your comfort zone on some things. Because with so much stuff out there, the overload of stimuli from everything, you can literally watch whatever you want whenever you want. Haha, watch it on YouTube. Anyway, but no, you can watch many things, whatever. But usually, with all that, we still just go to the familiar, what's normal, rather than try something new. But doing the movie club thing, we've had so many things. Even if it's a movie where it's like, aha, this is gonna be good. Oh, that was terrible. Why did you suggest it? I know, right? I've had to explain myself numerous times. The bottom or maybe you give it to a suggested somebody like, he's gonna think this movie is shit, and then they're like, actually, it's like that bad. Wait, what? I wasn't expecting that, but it's cool, and you get to talk, and it raises like a good means of keeping in communication with these good friends and stuff. It forces you guys, and I say forces, but it's not forced. I don't feel forced to do it. I enjoy doing it, but it gives you an excuse to just enjoy your friendship even further. So,
like you said, it's easy to rest on your laurels for whatever, for lack of a better word, label or category that you have that you will only watch these movies because of, said societal label and community that you happen to be in. So yeah. So you might not necessarily watch an older movie if you're young, or a movie geared towards, quote unquote, geared towards women if you're a dude or some shit like that. Yeah. So no, if you have a friend who lives a different life than you and can introduce you to different music, different TV shows, different, movies, different books that you wouldn't even necessarily, not even necessarily pursue, but even know existed. Nah, that's facts, man. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. It broadens your scope. Yeah. No, just piggybacking off what you said. I 100% agree. And the fact that you all don't just have a movie review show, but I made a joke about it, but the fact that you have a movie review show where I'm going to purposely bring a movie that you haven't seen. So I'm reminiscing, good or bad, and you're experiencing it for the first time. No, that's cool. It is. It is cool. Because it's like, for me, did it hold up? For you, what did you even think?
Exactly. And I've had some movies that I hadn't seen since childhood. I'd only seen once, and I'm like, yeah, I remembered that favorably. Let's watch it. Should I remember this favorably? No. A lot of the acting in the Players Club is not good.
That was the y'all said that. I was like, because I had not seen that movie. I was like, I gotta see this motherfucker.
Like, there are, like, I will still say I'm a Bernie Mac fan forever.
R.I.P.
Yeah, so that's that. But there are good moments in the Players Club. We kind of went in on it in the awards thing, but there are good acting moments in it. But it's kind of one of those too little, too late type things. That, and for some reason, I had remembered it as a funny movie. Haha, lots of fun laughs with this. It's a pure comedy, and it tackles a couple serious issues.
Serious shit. I remember when we were much younger when that mug came out, and obviously we were way too young to see it. But I remember everybody was talking about it, and I still to this day haven't seen it just because I was too young when it came out, and I just never ended up watching it. But
I'd say it's worth watching once, but just to make an opinion for yourself, because it's a quote unquote bad memory, or a bad movie, but it's looked on fondly by a lot of people.
I remember, like I was gonna say, I remember like in the Black community, I remember like that movie at that time, it was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and I can see why. Like I said, I get it, but it's one of those. Okay, objectively though, damn, you know what I mean. And especially now that I'm older and not like in the times, you know what I mean. And I still, like I said, I still enjoyed it. There were some lines that I'm waiting for, namely ones by Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac is rest in peace, man. Bernie Mac he's a one of one, like facts. We talked about him like definitely probably, once, twice, 3, 4 times on this show. He's just because he's just good, man. Like that man just, I don't know. It's the thing that makes people good, like, well, not just good, but makes people iconic in their respective field is when they go from being good to great, and then when they get great and then they become unique.
Yeah.
That's what makes you iconic. And nobody told jokes like Bernie Mac.
I agree.
Nobody.
I agree.
Like rapping, nobody raps like this person, that person. Nobody sings like this iconic person or that iconic person. Michael Jackson was iconic with his dance, let alone his music. He was iconic with his dance moves because nobody danced like him. He did dances that nobody even thought that would be a dance, but did the shit so good that everybody was like, "Damn, I wouldn't have thought to do that." But that was amazing.
I agree.
That's what makes you iconic.
Indeed.
Serious face, Pete. What's up? Why are you looking like that? Are you looking at your face?
Hi. Yes, I was looking. At
You do that a
myself.
lot.
I was looking at myself. Yes, I apologize.
You do that a lot. And I know you were listening to me.
It's in the little editor's notes at the thing for a reason. I'm over here just like, I actually like the way I look in this lighting and outfit tonight.
Well, shit. The good thing is that even though you got two different teams, blue and yellow.
Yeah, the colors still work.
And I mean, hey, if you want to throw a certain football team from around that area, it would have some blue and yellow in it.
Who?
That's what they are.
No, the Ravens are purple and black. And on the opposite coast.
I'm just fucking with you anyway. Fuck no, you better not be wearing this shit. But I mean, at the same time, you do. I was going to fucking say something, and I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, no, you
Number one goes hard, by the way. That Bleach song I mentioned earlier. That song goes hard too. She just gets into the end where she starts doing the ad libs. Now you feel, yeah, for everyone. Do you
remember
Baywatch theme song guy went in hard too?
Oh, I brought that up on another show, I think, and you said you didn't remember it.
No, but Baywatch theme song?
No, not Baywatch. I'm talking about what I was about to say. I didn't hear you say Baywatch.
Oh. I was about to say, I brought that up on this show.
You talked about that on this show, and you said you were talking about how that dude was singing his fucking ass off.
Yeah. Some people stand in the darkness. He just comes out strong.
No, and then the shit behind him, like, no,
yeah, build it up to it. Some people stand in the darkness, and he just stays up there.
Is it fair to say that after a certain year, this may be unfair to say, obviously I don't mean everything,
theme songs started to suck?
Theme songs got less epic.
Yes. At least for American media.
Well, right. I'm talking about American stuff. I'm talking about because even some cartoon shit was crazy. You know, like the song I was talking about was I think I brought up the show "Mummy's Alive." I do. Okay. That was some epic shit. That shit had one season. That thing's all epic as fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, Big Bad Beetleborgs? Big Bad Beetleborgs. Why does that damn just sound the same? Come on, the epic. We staying in cartoons, staying in kids shows. Pokemon.
Yes.
Come on.
4Kids was not good at like overall porting over animes, but the theme songs, they had those on point. They knew how to get the kids' attentions to at the very least watch a fucking episode.
Okay, well, I got you.
Pretty much gave you, well, some of them gave you the premise of the story in the theme song, and then there was Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it wasn't really the premise. There were no words except for like random voice clips, and you all move.
Yes, somebody. It was like a DJ was just editing the shit out of that. Like he was sampling that shit, and fucking remixing. He remixed the fuck out of this shit.
Y'all move.
Yogi, it's time. The part that everybody knows. Yeah. That was the part. Everybody knew that part. Like I say, no, but you want to talk about anime dub on a different network where the theme song went hard.
Rock the Dragon.
I ain't even got her.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, rock, dragon,
Ball Z.
Yeah, no, that's why I said at least for a lot of American media, the theme song stopped being about being epic and memorable. It just became about being like, yeah, this kind of serves the purpose. Or even with some cartoons like Regular Show, the theme song was literally just boom boom doo doo.
Well, shit, the theme song for Breaking Bad, which is one of the best shows ever made, it was something like that, and that was it.
Yeah, meanwhile, anime is still just. Well, some animes don't have good theme songs. Other ones, they just try to go as epic as fucking crazy. Like, yeah, anime still keeps. They care about theme songs in Japan.
With sitcoms, the last huge multi-camera sitcom still had a theme song that went hard. Now the whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the artichokes began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools and built the walls, we built the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang. I know you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. That was the last big multicam sitcom. Because now everything is single cam sitcoms. Shit, the fucking like prequel spinoff is a single cam sitcom for a multicam sitcom show. So, Big Bang Theory was an amazing show. You can shut the. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I tell you this.
I never bothered learning the theme song because that would require watching the show.
I'll tell you this much though. It was an existing song, but it still went hard. It's a rare condition in this day and age to read any good news on a newspaper page. Love tradition on a grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. But then there must be some magic clue inside these walls. But all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out every seam. As days go by, it's the big love. Okay. Definitely an existing theme song, but iconic with a show. What would you do? If I say, hey, got it. Would you stand up and walk out on me? Man, bruh, that was the first time I heard that song.
Same.
Okay. Actual song for us. Come on, knock on our door. Come on, knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Man. Where the kisses are and us and this and three's company too.
Another show I didn't really watch a lot, but I know the theme song just because of pop culture.
Oh, I went like this was some years back, but bootleg. But I went on like a Three's Company episode, like binge, because I had liked the show and seen some episodes. I didn't watch every episode, but I watched a lot of episodes just like at one point. Cause yeah, and it is true. Rest in peace, John Ritter. But he really is like one of the best physical comedians ever. Cause he was so fucking good. But yeah, man, I don't know. And then like you said, like now theme songs to shows, it might just be 15, 20 second, like little bite of just like some little instrumental, some little notes hit, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, I think the art of the theme song is definitely a dying one over here. Like people can get the little jingles, but we're TikTok generation. Everything's got to be like 7 seconds.
Trying to be the TikTok generation damn near killed Jack Harlow's career. Jack Harlow, if you don't know who that is,
he made a song about the Heat, right?
Did he?
A couple years ago. like Tyler Hero.
Oh yeah, he did. That was before he was like big, big, big. But that was when he was getting there. Yeah. No, his biggest song was that song "What's Poppin'." What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. You know, so I can something that bitch like Stockton or whatever.
But I
And
ain't
like
straight out of Compton.
he's not. He's a white guy.
I said, but he ain't straight out of Compton. That is literally
I
what
thought,
I
you, I thought you
said.
said, but I came straight out of Compton. I was
No,
like,
but I ain't straight out of Compton.
okay. But that damn near killed his career because he got big and he came out with this album called "Come Home, the Kids Miss You," and the music on there, everybody was like, "Man, this is some boys you just made for some mainstream shit that you made to be TikTok music. This ain't good." So he just released the album about a few weeks, maybe a month ago, where he was actually like rapping for real, rapping. And he called it Jackman because that's his real name. Like he trying to be for real this time, type shit. And it was just like,
So this is his Marshall Mathers LP.
I mean, it's definitely not that good. That's one of the best
But
albums.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's that good. I'm saying he went from the Slim Shady to the Marshall Mathers because, fine, y'all want me to stop saying goofy shit? Here's something slightly more serious with my real name. I'll show you I'm more than just a white rapper. I'm a good white rapper.
This is his.
I'm sorry. That's a little too hard, but it's funny to me.
If you want to
It's an attempt at that. Not saying it's nearly as successful.
I know. No, I'm saying if you want to equate it in Eminem-ish, this would be his relapse. It's like, I put out Encore and damn near killed my career. Okay, this one I'm gonna try a little harder.
Was it
like that?
Hasn't the man only had the 2 albums?
Yeah. No, I'm saying that would be because you're saying the first.
Killed his career.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
He didn't even have that. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, damn. Okay.
You were saying the first and the second album.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about because Encore was when everybody was like, you made some bullshit. What the fuck? And then Relapse came out after he damn near died. But Relapse came out and he was like, okay, I'm trying a little harder in this. But so yeah, he came with "Come Home, the Kids Miss You," where he was chasing that mainstream appeal, made some bull, and then his second album he was like rapping, like trying to rap for real, and it was cool. I actually kind of like. I didn't even check out "Come Home, the Kids Miss You" if that says anything, but I checked it. But you said
I have not checked out either.
It's first album. I didn't think of it.
But no, he only had the 2 albums. Because Tyler Hero was because of that aforementioned, to be full circle, playoff run in 2020 in the bubble.
Named after the guy, yeah.
On the Heat.
But his what's his name? His first album was met with general consensus was, man, you ain't even try. This is trying to be mainstream TikTok BS. That's what I saw everywhere. So he came up with the next one. He was like, okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry, guys. Speaking of sorry, I'm sorry, guys, that we went a few minutes over without even attempting to close out. So if you would like to follow us on our respective socials, then you can go ahead and follow yours truly. I am a rapper. I get my MC on from time to time, as I think I may have, maybe not, alluded earlier in this episode. But if you would like to, anywhere you stream your music, any streaming platform, go ahead and check your boy out under the name Superjaz. That's spelled Superjaz. You can go ahead and look for my debut solo album, My Secret Identity. You may have to put in Superjaz, My Secret Identity, since I'm not so famous yet. Also, if you want to, you can go ahead and find and follow me on Twitter under the handle Superjaz2. So that's Superjaz number 2. And you can go ahead and look me up on Instagram under the name Forever Superjaz. The word forever is spelled correctly. And I started a production company a little bit ago, and we are actually going to be having our first play in a few weeks. So on Facebook, go ahead and find and like the Facebook page Aquarian Rising Productions. The first show we're going to do is A Colored Funeral by my good friend Gregory S. Carr. If you happen to be in the St. Louis area, go to 517 Theater Lane, June 16th, 17th, 18th, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Fridays and Saturdays at 8, Sundays at 2. It is $15 at the door. It is an old building, so it's unfortunately not wheelchair accessible. Where can they find you, Pete?
Well, y'all know y'all can find me here every week, every Wednesday on the Whatever We Want podcast. You can also find me elsewhere on YouTube on my own channel. That's feogrande, F-E-O Grande. I have a show that we may have mentioned once or twice over the course of the past few weeks called This Guy Hasn't Seen, that I do with my good friend, the good friend of the show, Bill Smith. You can check that out. As Superjaz mentioned, it's been a year. That's crazy. Yeah, and then this week, I believe our episode is another guest appearance. Who is it? Is it Superjaz? No. Is it Ibn? Is it John Zepp? Is it somebody else? Who knows? Ooh. We're watching Malignant.
I'm actually curious who it is.
Malignant.
I told you I'm not sure what I feel about that movie. I mean, anyway.
Malignant. And then, yeah, we'll watch other stuff after that eventually.
It's time to cut out the cancer. Anyway.
Don't they say that a few times? Then I have a Twitter and a Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on by. Also, I'm up to something. I think I'm up to something. Don't worry about it. I'll be up to something. But
I think from what I heard, it's pretty dope too. Well, whether it be about the Lakers, whether it be about the Warriors, whether it be about the Nuggets, whether it be about the Heat, was it the Heat? Whether it be about the Heat, whether it be about
the Sixers or Celtics, we haven't decided yet because they need a Game 7.
Sixers, whether it be about the Celtics, whether it be about Jack Harlow, whether it be about movies, whether it be about my not shitty taste in movies, whether it be about this guy as a scene, what are we going to talk about next time?
Whatever we want.
Be nice to yourself, everybody. And this is recorded after, but happy Mother's Day to all y'all out there.
Adios.